violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, in school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police, but I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
Now on Just One Station, a man out of jail and defending his decision after an altercation at a South Florida gym. A confrontation over another man's girlfriend allegedly leading to that arrest.
Uh-oh. So this is really funny to me because, as you guys know, I am a fitness enthusiast. I love going to the gym. I love running. Okay, I probably run, I would say about 20 miles a week. But I love running. I love going to the gym. I love being active and just, you know, testing the limits of my body and just seeing what I can do, what I can't do, and working to a goal and achieving that goal. It just gives me so much fulfillment, you know, that I can't explain. And I think that if anybody else, you know, who is looking for a, you know, a spiritual journey, one with yourself, of course, you should start challenging your body, not taking those supplements and doing all this shooting up and whatever, just working hard, you know, eating right. I think is really beneficial, and that's something that I would recommend. But I do see the gym politics. I do see how people act, how the women act, how the men act. And it is very, it's very weird sometimes. It can be a great experience, but it also can be weird because you have women and, you know, they're scantily clad, and a lot of them are looking for attention in the way that they dress. And, you know, a lot of the guys are just expected not to look, not to say anything, not to, you know, correct their form or to help spot them, even if they're doing something wrong. You just have to look blindly and, you know, keep it moving. But this is not what this guy did here. So let's watch.
And now he's sharing his side of the story exclusively with 7's Jeff Lennox.
Out of jail and outspoken with his opinion, 57-year-old Lennon Sanchez arrested for pulling out a knife at an LA Fitness says his rage all started after he got caught looking at another man's girlfriend.
And that's OD, okay? That's OD. He pulled out the knife. He's wilding, okay? Now, this is something that I think. He's looking at another man's girl. Who cares? He's just looking. Point blank. I guarantee, I mean, she's wearing something to be looked at. There's nothing wrong with looking. You cannot control where somebody looks. Okay? This goes back to that, who you looking at? Like, dude, if he didn't touch her, if he didn't say anything crazy to her, what's the problem? That's my personal opinion. You know, if you want a bad chick, if you want a attractive chick, obviously these dudes need to control their chick in the way that she moving out here in these streets in some way. Not saying, oh, you just be a dictator, but you need to say, hey, if you don't want that type of attention, then don't wear this. If you want to wear this, then expect that type of attention. Point blank. I'm not saying you tell her to do something. I'm not saying you tell her to, you know, not to do something. I'm just saying you need to relay the realities to her and understand that you can only control what you do and not what other people do.
Girl, you know, she look nice, you know?
It looks wrong.
The woman's boyfriend is Huslin Khan, the couple working out at the Southwest Miami-Dade gym. Still, Sanchez could not stop staring at the woman and apparently had his phone on record as well.
Yeah, I just took a quick look.
It got a little bit weird when I saw she took out her cell phone and started like positioning himself behind her.
So he was trying to film it. So yeah, that's wrong. You shouldn't be doing that, filming somebody without their consent. So he's in the wrong. He pulled the knife. These burrito gremlins are on demon time.
Man's gonna look. She was a fine girl. She's quite nice.
Just saying, like, respectfully, you're making us feel uncomfortable.
That's what Khan says he tried telling Lennon on the gym floor. Lennon telling us outside of jail, Khan threatened him, and that led to this.
I go outside, come back in and tell me do what you said you was gonna do. I came back with something, yeah.
That something was a long blade, and the suspect Lennon walked toward Khan inside the packed gym. Fearing for his life, he ran toward the parking lot and grabbed his pistol.
Okay. I'm not mad at that. I'm really not mad at that. Go to the parking lot, get the strap. I'm really not mad at that at all, bruh. He's defending himself. And the Sanchez dude, he learned a lesson.
Run to my car, I pull out my strapping with order. I didn't know you had a gun.
So he did have a gun.
Khan says he never pointed the weapon, he only brandished it, and only after he was chased by Lennon holding the knife. He says it caused Lennon to eventually back off.
Who saw pull a knife on me?
Moments later, an off-duty officer stepped in, cuffing Lennon in the parking lot.
Wow.
The ex-con from New York now facing a Florida felony and a stay-away order, plus an eviction notice from the gym.
I'm just sad that, they're going to ban me from LA Fitness.
Jeff Lennox.
That man, you pull a knife on somebody at the gym and you still want to go back to the gym. You think they're going to allow you to, these burrito gremlins are delusional. This ain't, I don't know what Latin American country or, city he's from, but you can't just, pull a knife out on somebody and pull up the next day like nothing happened.
7 News.
Sanchez is facing a charge for aggravated assault with a deadly.
A horrifying ordeal for a mobile store employee as a man dressed as a security guard points a gun at his face and demands pricey merchandise. Now,
wow. This is different. Now, we have seen super gremlins impersonating police officers and robbing people, robbing drug spots. Oh, this is police, open up, boom, boom, boom. And then they rob you. But this is a little different.
The Broward Sheriff's Office needs help finding this guy. CBS 4's Peter Dench has the latest and joins us live from the store in Lauderdale Lakes. And Peter, you spoke with the victim.
That's right, Elliot. The victim told me he did not want to say anything on camera, but he got a good look at the gunman and said he believes he's between 38 and 40 years old. That victim was caught off guard by what happened here at his store. It's a moment this employee may never forget. As he stands behind a counter at this Mobile One store, a man wearing a gray security guard uniform, a black cap, and a face mask points a gun at him. BSO says he demands that the employee fill his gray bag with phones. The victim says he leaves with 14 iPhones worth $7,000.
Wow. He hit a crazy lick. But, $7,000 is not worth your freedom at all. But, damn. And that's scary too. You working at a phone store, you gotta have them joints locked up and secured to where you gotta go through multiple lines of verification to open that. I don't even think folks should be able to see the physical phone.
Those working near the store on West Oakland Park Boulevard at 37th Avenue are troubled by this crime.
It's scary, it could have happened to us right here next door, it's terrifying.
It happens just before noon on Friday, July 22nd. BSO says the suspect arrives in a blue 4-door sedan that has plastic on the roof and damage to the hood. At first, as he enters
well, that's a car that you that you can't forget. If he drives that thing again, he's toast.
Store, it seems like this man is just another customer.
Initially, he tells the employee that he's interested in selling him the cell phone. But then he changes his mind and he says that he wants to buy a cell phone. The employee goes and opens the shelf where the cell phones are.
As he does that, this man pulls out his handgun and points it at the victim's face. After he loads up the phones, you see him leaving the store. There is a limited description of him.
The suspect is described as having a slim build. He's an adult male and about 35 to 45 years of age.
That's it? Hold on. Hold the phone. That's it? That's the description? No color. No race. That was a full description of, I mean, that's a silhouette. At that point, at this point, that's a silhouette. Keep it a buck. That's insane. You can't even say the person's race as a description. Where have we? I mean, what did she say again?
There's a limited description of him.
A limited description, bruh.
Suspect is described as having a slim build.
Okay, slim build. I mean, that's me.
He's an adult male and about 35 to 45 years of age.
Adult male and 35 to 45 years of age. I mean, that's the whole description. Slim build, adult male, 35 to 45. No height, no race, no... I mean, he wearing glasses. Come on.
BSO is also troubled by this crime.
This particular case was extremely disconcerting because if you see anybody in a security guard uniform or a uniform of law
She said disconcerting?
enforcement, in this instance, a security guard uniform, well, the human reaction is to let your guard down. And this is what happened to this employee, and it's natural.
Now, the big question right now is whether this gunman is actually a security guard. Both the victim and BSO say they are not sure. If you can help find him, call Broward Crime Stoppers at 954-493-TIPS. There is a reward of up to $5,000. We're live in Lauderdale Lakes. Peter Dench, CBS 4 News.
New information in the case against an Instagram model accused of killing her boyfriend.
Chico.
Tonight, a judge in Hawaii denied her bond. Take a look at this new video of her and her former boyfriend, now dead, Christian Ombuseli.
Justice for my nigga Christian Ombuseli. We got justice. They got her locked up, bro. They ain't letting her go. She locked up. They won't let her out. It's over. Okay? It's over, and that's good. She didn't get a bond. Obviously, she would have had that bond because she does OF, and these simps keep filling her pockets. And if you guys didn't watch my video on white supremacist flood, OnlyFans model Courtney Clinty's OnlyFans, then you should check that video out. It's pretty funny. But she has gotten a lot of financial support with her OF, and OF did not terminate her account. I know, because I'm subscribed. No, I'm just kidding. I ain't subscribed. I would never. But I did search her account, and it's still there. And she murdered a brother, okay? And she's still good. Meanwhile, they ban Andrew Tate. No charges on him, but they ban him. I mean, her Instagram is still up. Her Instagram, as of now, is still up. And this is January 27th or August 27th. What the hell am I talking about? August 27th? Yo. It's crazy, dog. I mean, it's just totally unfair.
Getting into a heated argument inside an elevator months before that deadly stabbing.
Our cameras were rolling in the courtroom as Instagram model Courtney Clinty learned what's next in the case against her. She will now be extradited back to Florida, accused of killing her boyfriend, Christian Ombuseli.
Extremely tempestuous and combative relationship.
This video shows a
from her side, keep it a buck,
shocking glimpse inside Courtney Clinty and Christian Ombuseli's volatile relationship. We learned there were numerous previous reports of domestic violence. CBS 4 obtained an arrest warrant documenting several complaints from tenants 2 floors above. We learned the building's management was moving towards legal action to evict the couple. The Instagram model told police she was acting in self-defense when she stabbed her boyfriend in their luxury Edgewater apartment back in April. But after months of investigating, the state attorney's office says their evidence shows otherwise.
We always believed that with a thorough and fair investigation that this day would come into reality.
According to reports, when officers arrived, Clinty was covered in blood, cradling Ombuseli. She claims she threw a knife at him from 10 feet away. But a graphic...
There you go. The lie right there. See, when you lie... you lose.
Description from the medical examiner's office revealed Ombaseli suffered from a knife wound 3 inches deep.
She thought she was a ninja throwing ninja stars. We know, for one, you're a thought. You're not athletic. You don't do anything special. You get smashed on camera. You slurp salami on camera for money. You have no type of value to the world. Like, you're not entertain. I mean, well, I guess you are entertaining people, but for the wrong reasons. You're tempting men into lusting after you. That's all you're good for. That's all you're good for. But my problem here is she tried to sell that narrative as if she threw the blade, when we know you don't have that accuracy, you don't have that strength, you're not some type of ninja, you don't have any type of intelligence when it comes to physical accuracy. I mean, throwing knives is very hard. If you ever went to one of those jackhammer places where you throw the jackhammer, it's not easy to hit the target. And if you do that on a consistent basis, two-handed, let alone one-handed, but if you do, usually you throw it over your head. But if you can do that one-handed with the jackhammer, for one, you've got to have immense strength. And I know this isn't a jackhammer, it's a knife. But even with a knife, in order to throw a knife and have it, for one, it's going to, depending on the way you throw it, it's going to flip in so many different ways. He may not even get hit with the sharp piece of the knife. I mean, it's just so... like, it's the dumbest lie that she could have told.
The type of wound, they say, is caused by forceful pressure.
The family says that they have restored hope that even though delayed, justice will still come.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
Minnesota Timberwolves basketball player Taurean Prince is waking up in a Miami-Dade jail. According to our news partners at the Miami Herald, he was arrested at Miami International Airport on drug charges.
Wow, dude. You're in the NBA and you pushing weight. This is crazy. My man tried to go to Miami and get a boatload of yayo and spill it onto the streets of Milwaukee. That's what he was gonna do. It's exactly what he was gonna do. You're in the NBA, you've got money, investing in something legal. See, this is a problem when it comes to the community. You have a basketball player who is trying to be he's trying to be Pablo Escobar. You're not that. For one, you're not smart enough. You don't have the manpower. You're actually trying to do it yourself. Go there. I mean, these dudes are slow, bruh. It'd be different if you was struggling, you was trying to make a play, you was trying to make a move, one quick hit. But come on. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Prince had a warrant out for his arrest stemming from a traffic stop in Texas where traces of drugs were found in his car. Prince was not aware of the warrant.
Minnesota Timberwolves basketball player Taurean Prince faced a Miami-Dade County judge today. He was arrested last night at Miami International Airport on drug charges. He had a warrant out for his arrest stemming from a traffic stop out of Texas.
Wow. So he had a warrant out for his arrest. They still haven't said what type of drugs he had. I mean, this is crazy, y'all.
And that's where traces of drugs were found in his car. 2 misdemeanor marijuana possession charges were initially filed, and now he is facing a felony in Texas. Prince was not aware of the warrant for his arrest, according to his attorneys.
That's cap. That's cap. You're never. I mean, I could understand if you had an unpaid ticket, but if you miss your court date, You don't pay your ticket. You know they're going to have a warrant out for your arrest. Point blank. You can't deny that. There's no absolute, unless you're just low IQ, which, you know, looking at this brother here, looking at the mistakes that he made, it's not looking good.
A judge here in South Florida set his bond at $2,500. Prince now has 15 days to appear in Texas or another warrant will be issued.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.